No! Hello and welcome to whatever show this is. I don't have a script.
Hello and welcome to whatever show this is. I don't have...
Well, I can't swear in the first 2 minutes. What there? Why am I in the middle?
Because you usually go in the middle, and I was thinking you were going to green screen and I was going to make your head vanish and it would look like nobody would know, but you're useless.
I don't think the last time...
Weird.
No one's seen my house in like forever. Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Critical Question.
Like that.
Say again? No, it doesn't. My name is. It looks cooler where the green screen is. There's a lovely bookcase behind it that looks perfect. But I'll have a green screen over it because I thought it was pretentious with the bookcase. Right. Yes, my computer has apparently had it. It's sat over there on 35% doing shit.
Still.
So we have makeshift. We have a makeshift thing. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear everybody. This is Matt Pig producing, so you might not be able to hear any of us.
I'm not. No, it should be unmuted. We're all unmuted. Hold on, I check.
Dave, did you say something?
Right, today we have got with us, well, and I can't even see what order we're on the screen. We have got, going left to right, we have got Arden of Eden.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
I'm stressed.
Valid.
I've told you before you don't need to stress. This is why I have this, for this to happen.
It doesn't look too bad, actually. I was expecting much worse.
It's exactly all your fucking stuff. I literally robbed everything from you. It is all your stuff. It's not copied. I stole it.
I was going to say you're expecting a lot worse. I think the words you're actually looking for is thank you very much, Math Pig, for helping me out.
It very much is. It unbelievably is. Because I didn't know. I had got him set up. He had this. He's obviously set this up already.
Yeah.
He's been ready to go with this.
Yeah, because
you've
failed 3 times before, so I was like, right, I'm going to just have this sitting here just in case.
We have got Godless Scummer.
Ahoy.
Who has a very big pint.
Yeah, I got some Magnus today, so...
You can't see the chat? Dogs in the chat. Couldn't reach high with the yellow paint, Dave. No, it's a posh house. I don't know. I'm confused. It's a posh house. It's got like a weird bordery thing and ceilings that are 8 foot high. It's meant to be like
picture rail. It's a picture rail, for goodness sake.
It is a picture rail. You're right. It's you hook over it and put pictures on it. Although we don't actually own any of the things that hook over it. What we do is we nail into it.
Do you have a dado rail?
No. Right. We also have Phoebe.
Hello.
We have got Math Pig.
Sorry, I'm just checking everything's working. Yeah, I'm here.
You're sure. And we have got Amanda.
We're past 2 minutes, right?
I'm here.
Are we past 2 minutes?
Just as you mean so on.
No, it's too late. I already swore like a minute and a half ago. So, my bad.
Oh, God. Right. Hello, everyone. It's been ages. I've not been well. I'm still not very well. Apparently, my computer's taking after me. How was your weekend?
Who?
Everyone. Anyone.
Yeah.
Goddamn awful.
Jason.
So, something else answer.
Well,
I went and seen Swans on Saturday. And then we went
I watched Formula 1. But I didn't actually go to Azerbaijan because I wouldn't actually... No, I'm not going to Azerbaijan.
It doesn't seem like a very safe place.
It's not a tolerant place. It's not very tolerant of people like me.
Boy.
Oh, right. I'm trying to think what we did at the weekend, and I can't think of anything. The only thing I think I did at the weekend was watch some weird trans couple do a show. That's literally all I watched at the weekend.
They're a couple now?
No, as
That's
in a
news to
couple of
them.
people, not.
And it was a shock to Arden because
say
she's
that.
in that relationship. She's like, what the fuck?
Fuck happened?
Yeah,
Come on,
wait,
come on,
it's
come
just
on.
occurred to me you're talking about Katie and I. I was like, wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that's
Oh,
news to
okay.
her.
I was going to say, am I breaking news here of something I didn't know? No. That's how bad it's been. That's all I watched the
I
weekend.
mean, that could be good for business.
Only
elsewhere.
bars, only bars.
Only bards. Only bards.
Facts, no printers, only bars.
Only bards. Anyway.
Right, should we do some questions? And I can't show people on the screen.
I
so you
did
don't
have
to
that,
actually
but
listen.
I did actually have that, Dave, but I got rid of it because that's more effort for me because you tell me the story and then I have to write the fucker in each time and I'm not doing that tonight.
This is good.
Okay.
This means we got to keep making you repeat yourself. This is even better.
Yeah, that works too.
It'd be terrific. I need to thank Sandy for her $5 super chat. And I need to, I think she said shit. You all did it. And I need to thank Uhan for $1.99 and the VPN to super chat. You can super chat from the UK, but not that backwards. I need to say hello to everyone in the chat that I haven't said hello to. I need to avoid using the keyboard because apparently people get stuck when you're using the keyboard.
Your connection is woeful.
Yeah.
Oh god, I thought that was me for a moment.
Oh
I was
no,
like,
Dave's full blown junk shot.
Dave.
That's fine. Can you hear me? Is the question.
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
Mostly.
Like now I
As
can.
long as
For a
it's-
second I couldn't, but I can now.
You should see
get rid of-
the
I get
position
rid
your face was paused in then.
You're in the camera.
Junk shopping,
Make
yo.
all of you.
You-
Just
Oh, fucking hell, wait there. If I stop the camera,
Don't fucking worry, Dave. Just do the fucking show.
just do the fucking share. Right. See, you're all.
Were those attempted outside the first 2 minutes?
Yes.
All the
Just keep
hard
the
bit's
frozen there.
already over and done with, Dave. We're already here. We're live. Just fucking go with it.
I'm gonna have to do something. Just stay. Just like there's a word for it, isn't it? Cover for me for about 30 seconds.
Okay, everybody do a dance. No,
Is there like a TikTok thing?
I have
I'm
no
out of the
fucking clue. If it is, I'm stopping. No, we're not encouraging TikTok.
What?
Well, everyone dances on TikTok, so I guess every dance is a TikTok thing. You can't dance now.
This is be really annoying that we end up having to do the funky gibbon before Dave does it.
That works better.
This is when we start
Right.
voguing and twerking and we're doing death drops and stuff, and it's like people are going, "What are you doing?"
It is Pride
It's
Month.
not
Maybe
having
we
my
all need to
fucking-
vote.
It is Pride Month, and I have been consuming too much Drag Race. Just saying.
As you should.
Drag Race Down Under is getting spicy. That's all I'll say.
I haven't watched the Down Under one.
How many are there now?
Is
I have
that the
no
first
idea.
question, Dave?
No.
10. There were 10 participants in Drag Race Down Under.
Or did you mean how many participants or how many different kinds of Drag Race?
How many different kinds? How many countries are doing a drag race?
Lots!
Yeah, I think
So
quite a
there's
few.
Canada, Thailand, the UK, America, American All Stars, and Down Under.
Hmm.
I can't think of any others.
Lots.
There's at least 6, but only 4 of them have RuPaul. Canada and Thailand don't have RuPaul. And there was one in Chile, but it was a completely different format and didn't have RuPaul and had 30 contestants and lasted a year.
Fair enough. Right, let's do the first question and see what happens and see whether I can actually stick around after everyone runs away. We are on question 1525. What is your least favourite vehicle and why?
My mother's
A
fucking.
Gee whiz. A Gee whiz. They are the most dangerous vehicle ever devised. They have a top speed of 20 miles an hour, and There is no crash crumple zone in a G-Wiz at all. You have to get in by opening the front of the vehicle and then clambering in, and it's got a range of 50 miles. So a G-Wiz is just the worst thing ever devised by any human being. Run
It's
second
really
to a
tiny,
Sinclair
though.
C4.
It's very good for city driving.
But what about a Sinclair C4?
C5.
You know, the recumbent bicycle. The Sinclair recumbent bicycle.
Don't knock Sinclair. That's who makes Dave's computer. Yeah, the C5. Yeah.
The Sinclair C5.
But was it just ahead of its time?
No, it was crap.
It was a. It would have been good as a expensive boys' toy, but he tried to market it as a this is going to replace the car. It's like, no
He
one's
tried to market
going
it as a safe way for children to get themselves to school.
It's the fact that he started off marketing an open top vehicle he launched in the winter months in Britain was that he just knew that was not going to be a good start.
He launched it in Bristol on a rainy day.
Oh.
Yeah. Bristol's lovely. Who wouldn't want to start it in Bristol?
So I don't know if this counts, but can I say a submarine?
Yes,
That's a
it's a
vehicle,
vehicle.
right?
Yes, it is
Yeah,
a vehicle.
What
It is
have
a
you got
vehicle.
against submarines? I can think of lots of great things about submarines.
Because the ocean is the most space. Getting lost in space, that doesn't freak me out. Getting lost underneath the ocean, is literally the most horrifying thing I can conceive of. The ocean is so awful and terrifying, and being deep under the ocean and claustrophobic at the same time sounds like I'm not legitimately clinically claustrophobic or anything like that, but I feel like I would be if I was in a submarine. That sounds like my worst nightmare. So that's
I kind of went off submarines after some Danish inventor murdered a Swedish journalist on his homemade submarine, and it was kind of
It's your personal submarines.
Is it yellow?
No, we've got one of them here though.
personal submarines. Right? They were a version of the U-boat, and it was like a one-person submarine. And in World War II, only 1 in 10 German U-boat commanders actually came home at the end of the war. They were so dangerous. It's like they found people. They found some of these. They found some of these single-person U-boats where there was nothing wrong with the U-boat, nothing wrong with the person, except there was a carbon monoxide leak, and it just killed people. They leaked carbon monoxide into the cabin and just killed the pilot.
That's horrible. See, so you're just confirming my answer that submarines are the worst vehicle.
Nissan Juke.
And you have the submarine disasters are always the worst. The Kursk submarine disaster was the worst disaster because they gradually drowned and gradually suffocated.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty bad.
So yeah, submarine disasters are pretty bad.
Doug says the 900cc Fiat Panda, the epitome of badness.
Oh god.
God just says planes.
900cc is all you need to know.
Yeah. Julie says massive SUVs. Nerdy says the Pope-mobile.
No, they're not massive SUVs. They're called Chelsea tractors. And if you're in Britain and you own a Chelsea tractor, you need to be as pretentious and upper class and as stupid as the thing looks driving round Zone 1 of London.
Even the biggest one over here is still nothing compared to a Ford 450 or 650. They're just...
But a Hummer H1 is sold in the UK.
Yeah,
the Hummer H1 is sold in the UK.
A Ford F650 is bigger than a Hummer one.
As Jeremy Clarkson said in a Hummer H1, that each passenger is in its own time zone.
Uhan super chatted with $4.99 US. I tripled my steps today. My Apple Watch was blowing. Exercise sucks. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Legs are my least favorite vehicle.
Legs do
I've got a
suck.
question for you, Adam.
Yes.
Would you rather die in a submarine that's floating aimlessly, or would you rather die lost floating in space, having been set free accidentally doing a spacewalk?
Oh, 100% lost in space.
Yeah.
At least it would be beautiful.
Yeah, but on the other hand,
You'd hope you were facing like an Earth or like a Mars or something.
You should
But I
go
wouldn't
check
even
around.
care. I would be like, this is like, I'm gonna like enter like what do you call it? Where you meditate and you become like what do you
One
call
with
it?
the universe.
Sure, yeah. I'm
One
gonna
path to enlightenment is what it's saying.
enlightenment. That's
Find
what
enlightenment.
2001, yeah.
Find nirvana and enlightenment.
Mind you, your question did have a good, interesting premise, though. You said it was submarines floating aimlessly. If a submarine's floating, I'd say that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's a good.
Okay,
But if you're floating halfway down the Marianas Trench, then that's not a good sign. You're somewhere in the deep Pacific Ocean and you're floating somewhere near the Yellow Sea, and you're seeing maybe some North Korean soldiers around going, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
See, my mind interpreted that as like drifting like beneath the surface. Like if I'm on top of the water, that's also horrifying. But I feel like I would have survival instincts if I'm drifting and it's down on like I would be like, this is it. I'm gonna like
interpreted it the way I was intending.
right. I would probably
So it's just a boat then.
Here's the thing: plane crash or submarine crash?
How the hell do you crash a submarine?
Yeah.
You drop it from the sky.
Ask something. Look, you clearly aren't aware that the Royal Navy can easily crash a nuclear submarine in Scotland very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's nets.
So, yeah. Submarine crash or plane crash is the way to die.
Is this Phoebe's Would You Rather now?
We have those usually.
That saved you a couple of questions there, Dave.
I know.
Right, I'm going to give my answer now.
Plane crash.
Plane crash, okay.
That's not the answer to the worst vehicle.
The original fucking question.
Yeah.
Worst vehicle. The Mini Moto. Whoever
Is it
fucking
because it's so noisy? They are noisy. I'll grant you that.
It's the fact that you see grown men riding round on vehicles that are clearly designed for that are about the right size for a 3-year-old, but the engines are too powerful for a 3-year-old to handle. This is such a stupid fucking contraption. It's like, go buy a real fucking motorbike, for fuck's sake.
Nerdy says the Ark.
Is this the
I
that
thought
they
it had
tried
to be a real
recreate
one,
that
though.
they had to condemn because it wasn't seaworthy? They tried to recreate the Ark, quote unquote, and they did it in half the size, and the authorities wouldn't let it go into the water because it was deemed to be unseaworthy.
Not that one, the big one, the real one. The
fake
that was
real
unseaworthy anyway.
fake real one.
The real one. The real one in the story. In the same way the real Hogwarts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. This is so. I didn't realise fictional vehicles were allowed in this because I could have said like a broomstick or something. Then.
Oh, true. That does switch things up.
I imagine they are splinter hazards.
Or flying carpet. That would freak me out if I was on a flying carpet. It would just.
How do you hang on?
Yeah, I was thinking that there has to be a
acrophobia
speed
start
limit.
with.
There has to
And
be
I
a
mean,
speed limit.
I have clinical acrophobia, and it would just do me in, being on something so unstable, and it would just set my acrophobia off, and I'd be like.
I thought you held on to the tassels. Do you not hold on to the tassels? They sort of bend up and you hold on to them. No.
Not
That's what I would.
any depiction I've seen. It's looked horrific. If there was any change in momentum.
I'm pretty sure Aladdin didn't, hold on to the tassels in the
Aladdin's
Disney
a fucking
adaptation.
pussy. He only went about 15 mile an hour. I have that magic carpet up to about 100 mile an hour. You're gonna have to hold on, like.
I don't know. He went to like Egypt and shit, didn't he? In the course of like a song. So like that sounds pretty fast to me.
They're fucking genies.
It
Open
was
the
a whole new
vortex.
world after all.
Tusk is objecting to having a mythical carpet because we don't allow him to have a mythical pet in a previous question.
Oh, that's true.
No unicorning.
Manda.
Okay, so I don't know what the question was, but I have news. That's why I had to step out because Angel just got his license today.
Oh yay!
People in Georgia fear.
Yeah, I know. But that was he had just.
Congratulations, Angel.
And it took
so what was the
him less
question?
time to get his
Sorry.
license than Arden.
Valid. He probably didn't need a court order for it though. So
What?
He's 17 though. Like he didn't get it right away. He didn't really care. Like he's 17 and a half by now, almost. And he didn't care that much and kind of he took his
Did
time.
he need a court order for it though?
No. So
Did he need medical letters and other such nonsense that the state of Texas demanded?
Well, clearly they affect her ability to drive.
clearly,
Didn't they
yes.
retest you? Didn't they retest you as well?
Oh, I haven't even gotten to take my road test yet. That's later this month.
What the?
Yeah.
you just fucking tell me the question, Dave.
What is your least favorite vehicle and why?
Oh, that was not the question I thought you were asking.
What did you thought we were? What did you think we were asking?
Amanda, what did you think the question that we had been asked was?
I thought it was, would you rather die in a plane crash or a submarine crash?
That was a bit of a like segue kind of thing, yeah. So, oh damn! Actually,
honestly,
damn
though,
it! Why
like-
didn't I say that? The segue. Fuck. Oh. Damn!
No,
What,
That is a pretty bad one.
Segways are illegal in the UK.
Yeah.
Not off
I
road.
can tell you what one of my favorite vehicles is, which Dave loves as well, is the golf cart.
Only if they're souped up, they're fun.
Like Angel would send me pictures of like golf carts tipped over and like the sand traps and shit because guys would just get drunk and fucking run their shit off the courses. It's hilarious. But anyway, but no, I mean, I'm thinking about it like a submarine. You know, like my father was in the Navy, so he used to take us down the road to see the submarine base in Connecticut. And I've been in them, and they're fucking awful being trapped in that space. And it's so
You're not allowed submarine.
Yes.
Someone already had submarine.
Well, submarine gets underlined.
But it's
then.
because
It gets
she's
two votes.
right. Because submarines are the
Submarine is winning at
worst.
the moment.
My,
Submarine is winning at the moment.
Yeah,
The worst
exactly.
vehicle, the submarine is
Yeah.
winning.
my
It
dad.
doesn't count if I didn't know.
My dad was a submariner, so
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. That's my answer. Next.
I'll change my answer to the TIE fighter then.
The TIE fighter.
Go fuck yourself, Jack. Yo. Okay, never mind. Just go. That's next
Like,
question.
I'll tell you one of the other things. That goes against the submarine. They won't let women on submarines in some countries still. It was like 2 or 3 countries only let women in, and it's like I know Britain don't, I know America don't, I think Norway do, but yeah, load of countries won't let women be submariners.
Next
So that's
question, Dave.
one strike against the submarine again.
Now at that, Yandiri says white van, which is pretty evil.
You said that about 10 minutes ago.
Mondeo, man.
Said it repeatedly. Right, next question before we get sidetracked again. Question 1526. How many projects or hobbies have you abandoned in your life?
All of them.
What and why?
I'm very close to abandoning YouTube.
Are you? YouTube is a bit of a cesspit at the moment.
Oh fuck
no.
yeah, no.
Coding. I give up on coding because it's too fucking hard.
I gave up on being a man.
Was that a hobby?
That's so much a hobby.
It's something I
It
did
felt
for a
like
project.
I was acting. It felt like it was an acting gig. Gave up on that shit.
Oh. No. Jeff.
Oh yeah. Let me try and think. Numerous ones. One I regret is was American Civil War reenactments I used to do, but
That's not something you
unfortunately
should regret.
no, that was a lot of fun. But unfortunately, a lot more of my weekends got sort of taken up, so yeah, I couldn't really go off and do it anymore.
If you take that back up, you've got to join the other side.
By the way, What? Why would I join? I didn't join the South the first time round. I'm not gonna fucking do it again. Do it this time, you know.
But you get that they're all the people that love the South. Like, they don't do that shit up north. They don't have Civil War reenactments. We do Revolutionary War reenactments up there, but like nobody's pretending to be in the Civil War in the north. It's a Southern thing because they glorify that time.
Yeah, actually, I went to America to do one, and I very much got the feeling that the vast majority of reenactors I spoke to were from the south of the Mason-Dixon line. Yeah. And those were including the ones in blue uniforms.
Yeah. They just know somebody's got to wear the blue uniforms or else they can't have fun. So they switch it off. I bet you that's how it works.
Amanda.
I said all of them. Probably like learning Italian. Because like I was doing okay with it, but then stuff with Angel, work, whatever. I had to adult, so.
Nerdy says, I abandoned Disney canon and read some Star Wars fan fiction.
Speaking of which, has Nerdy abandoned the fan fiction that he was on about a few months ago?
Valid.
Nerdy should give up everything. I abandoned motion control interface like in films. Why are you? Motion control interfaces are great fun. They're a lot more effort, but they're fun.
Nerdy give up being a pickle. I like Nerdy as a pickle.
He's still a pickle. He's now a punky pickle.
Hardly see Nerdy on stream anymore at all.
I've got
occasionally.
No. Oh, you said it's hobbies I've given up. If you're not ones I've currently got.
Yeah.
Okay, so trolling Kevin Sorbo's not on the list. So I'm not giving that up.
Seraphim says multiple drawings, a few books, tons of crochet projects. Yeah, fair enough. Julie says learning Gaelic.
Oh, they're having some shit over here now about the fucking Irish language and the Ulster Scot language. Fucking you! Oh my goodness, stupid waste of fucking time and money.
Sounds so helpful to learn.
Wasn't the question how many? Like,
how many?
And what and why?
But like I agree with Amanda. I feel like I'm not allowed to say I'm ADHD because I don't have a diagnosis, but I am like sporadic. I like pick up 10,000 projects at a time, and like maybe one of them sticks, and that will like stick for like a year. So yeah, like.
All right. So what's the one you most regret then?
Probably theater. I went to school for the scholarship for theater, and that was going to be like my thing, and I gave that up, but I do miss it. It was fun. Good stuff.
Brainbug says I've abandoned more projects than I have completed.
Yeah, same. 100%.
God says
I abandoned watching Project Runway. I couldn't keep watching Project Runway, so I abandoned that project.
To be fair, that Leonardo da Vinci abandoned more projects than he finished. So
to be fair, he didn't have access to the materials we had.
Yeah, true. But...
Dave.
Says,
what about you, Dave? Motherfucker, did you even answer the last question?
No.
You're such a cunt. Oh my God.
Now you have to do them both right now. Rapid fire.
Yeah,
and you got to answer the submarine plane question as well.
None of us answers the question until you answer both these two.
Wait there. God says I gave up kayaking. I got really fat.
Oh, you're the fucking worst, yo.
And it was becoming a submarine. Black Sofa says I've given up too many projects to count. I don't think I trust someone that hadn't.
Yeah, same. I feel like you gotta.
I call them a liar. I call them a liar or a newborn baby.
Yeah. Robbie.
What?
What did you give up?
No, coding.
Oh shit.
I give up coding. I usually try my best to keep sticking at something until it fails. Until I fail. I don't like to give up on things, and I did give up on coding because the best I could do was a Discord bot that sounded like an Irish angry man that would just trigger and shout at people.
Oh, is that different?
Huh?
How is that different to you normally?
Because I don't have to be there.
Fair enough.
Now, was this Discord bot Catholic or Protestant?
Oh God.
Oh, but don't go there, please.
Oh.
Don't
No.
go there.
It was actually the robot from its icon was the robot from what do you call that fucking Disney movie where the kid
Wally.
No,
No, AI.
no, the boxing one.
What? Oh. I've forgotten.
Where the kid finds the robot buried in the scrapyard and fixes him up and his dad teaches him to box.
Yes, I remember. I only watched that like.
It's got
a month ago.
Wolverine in it. Wolverine's the main
Real
guy.
still. Real still.
Real steel. There you go. Yeah.
I had to think about that for a second, but
Yeah, it's got Atom. Atom is the icon.
Yes. That didn't end the way I thought it was going to end.
No, it rounded up far too fucking quickly. Far too quickly. It just sort of.
I felt like I don't know. I don't want to go into that film.
We're not going to talk about real steel. No.
Manda. I don't know.
Third.
No, I was going to answer the question, but if you're
Okay. I'm here.
I can't remember any projects I've ever done. There's
No.
like a billion coding projects.
This?
Well, this is the problem. I don't remember. No, I haven't given this up yet. Give me a week.
Yeah, that's true.
You couldn't think of any projects you've done. Well, you're doing this.
Yeah, no, but I've given up. But the problem is that they're mostly coding projects.
you've given up doing this on a daily basis.
Oh,
This
thank
show,
fuck.
so
Yeah, and I've decided I'm going to do something else on a daily basis because I'm a fucking sadist. Right. What about updating? Right. Anything in particular? I mean, I was very sporty as a kid. There was loads. I mean, I was a very good windsurfer. And I.
You should give up sports. Sports suck.
Give up. Well,
No,
cannot
you should not get
imagine-
a sport.
Imagine
Sports is
Dave on a
amazing.
windsurfer.
What?
Imagine in fucking Vigo on a windsurfer, like.
I don't think you would know what look like when someone actually windsurfs, because you don't look like that.
You look like Vigo, so it would be funny to see Vigo on a fucking windsurfer.
I also didn't look like Vigo when I was 12, 11. I don't. Like I said, I'm mostly coding projects. I've given up lots and lots of coding projects.
Yeah, the whole fucking craze of your sus. What do you call that fucking stupid game?
Among Us.
Aye.
It's great fun.
Did you finish that?
What?
Did you finish that project?
He doesn't remember that.
What? No.
No, doesn't remember that. That's too long ago.
Donald says I look like a baby.
I'm gonna go grab another drink. Well,
Okay.
Dave struggles to get to the vehicle question.
Dave's stalling. He's stalling.
He never stalls. He just avoids.
Yeah.
No, he just breaks down.
avoids
The problem is he is terrible because he doesn't remember anything. What was my least favourite vehicle?
Vauxhall Astra.
Say again?
Vauxhall Astra.
No, I don't mind that. I quite like. I had an Astra. I quite like my Astra.
I know I was being funny.
I mean, there's a lot of cars I don't like, but I wouldn't. I'll go with. Do you know what? I'll go with the fucking. At the moment, we've got this. We call it a Luton van. That's very, very high, and there's no weight in it, so it gets blown everywhere.
Yeah.
Hit that quite a lot. Say again?
The centre of gravity's fucked.
Yes, completely, utterly.
Yeah.
Isn't it made of aluminium sheeting?
It's made of plastic sheeting, mostly.
Toyota
Well,
Hilux are like that. I hit the M50 one time in a Toyota Hilux and actually went fucking sideways in the fucking thing onto the M50. And a boy pulled up beside me and was all, "You!" And he must have thought I'd tried to do it. I was like, I nearly killed myself. What the fuck? No. Crazy things.
Speaking of the weirdest thing I've ever heard anybody say about any vehicle was they did this interview just after the invasion of Afghanistan, and this guy said, It's a shame. Toyotas were good for jihad.
Toyotas were a good car.
I was going to say, I tell you what, the funniest thing, which I suppose was a good bit. Do you have the Ford Transit van over there?
Probably too small for them, Dave.
Well, that's what I thought. I've been in one of those that's taken off. Good foot and a half off the ground, all wheels.
The older ones were fucking scary, like.
That was fun, though.
Yeah, they
right,
were
next
all rear-wheel
question.
drive. Right.
Next question. Question 1527. You acquire the power to fill things. What would you use this fantastic power for?
We can fill anything with anything. So if I arrived up and said, you know, here is a bucket that was designed to hold 1 million ball gags, I could just tap the top of it and it would be full with 1 million ball gags.
Yeah, Dave,
Yes.
where's your ball gag?
By my computer, not by my laptop where it normally lives.
Fuck you.
I moved it by my computer just for you.
You forgot to bring it.
It wasn't my priority when I came back to my laptop.
This one's easy.
So just to
All right?
clarify, Dave, is that any container or anything that needs to be filled with a designated thing, we then have the
Yes.
ability to fill that thing with the other thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Silent Adult said nothing remotely appropriate.
Yep. I mean, I was gonna say, as a sex worker, and a pervert.
You're going to fill up your only bars, aren't you? You're going to fill up your only bars.
No, I'm gonna fill up orifices with cum. Duh.
Dave knew
How is that
somebody
the
was going to
obvious
say
go-to?
that. David knew somebody was going to answer that, so don't worry, Arden. It was definitely coming. No pun intended.
Magic tap.
Brainbug says I'd fill holes with meat.
That's also a good one.
Gross.
Dornopes says
Anyway.
if you can feel it, you can feel it. Godless Scummer says pint glass with Guinness. Where did it? I didn't notice he vanished.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. Like, that was, you know.
Harmonica Man says my bank account.
How do you fill your bank account?
See, that's what the orifice power is for, though. It's just like one more step, and then you have a convenient side power after your bank gets filled. So it's like, bam, bam.
Tap that ass, then tap that ass and take money out.
The worst thing is if you went down that route, would it be a remote power? You're walking down the street and you just point at a girl, and all of a sudden,
She explodes with cum.
The whole
Yeah.
fantasy.
Like, boo, boo, boo,
I'm fairly certain there's a whole bit before that that's meant to be enjoyed. Hunch, I've never been there.
It would be done consensually, only consensually. That's the only way the power works in my superpower world. You have to get consent, but then,
But how do you ask
boom,
a jar?
any orifice instantly.
How do you ask a jam jar? Would you like to be filled with jam?
I've lost track of where these are.
Yeah,
Theo
knew
says
that
I
was
want to
gonna
fill
happen
holes
to
in
you.
every heart.
Aww.
Sarah
Aw,
says
that's kind of far too mushy.
it is. Jeff says my life with meaning. You mean this show doesn't give your life meaning?
Gives him a fucking reason to do something.
I'd like to fill my trophy cabinet with success. But there
Success. How do you measure success for your cabinet?
you go. Well, when someone declares that I'm the best, because, I think it, but no one else seems to agree with me most of the time.
Those trophies have come down in price an awful lot. Brainbook says, is it viable semen? Arden.
If you want it to be.
If you want it to
It's
be.
your question.
Is it just semen that's going in there, though, or do you get all of the other fluids as well, or is
Just
it just
as you
semen?
mentioned
Why are we
semen,
having
You would
this
have to get the other
conversation? Holy
fluids.
fuck.
just as you said semen, Untangelo arrived. Hi, Untangelo.
This is where you ask for semen and you get a load of sailors come out of it instead.
That would be a hell of a shock.
Oh, that's my face. Anyway,
Amanda!
potable water. becoming a big problem because of climate change. There are places, even in America, that they can't get potable water easily. So
Fine, just make me look like a super pervert while you're saving the world. Whatever.
if there's
Here's
gonna
the
be
thing,
a
though.
climate change
Here's the
answer,
thing, though.
unfortunately, I'm
You can
gonna go there. Sorry, I know I'm lame.
But here's the thing, though. If you were to drink the semen, it's a good source of protein, a good source of salt, and
And it
there
doesn't help
is
with the
some water
problem.
content in it. There is
There-
water content in it, though, so you could just, say, well, just consume this instead and just save
There
the
you
water.
go. Maybe saved it for you, Arden.
I
There you
don't
go.
think there is. I
Coming
don't
out of
think there
your
is enough water
faucet
content.
now.
Instead of water stains, it becomes semen stains.
Judy says a single story, 4-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom house. Why do you want half a bath? Half a bathroom with all of mine and junk shop stuff.
The half bedroom is also the half bathroom is an ensuite.
Oh, fair enough. That makes sense. Tusk says something in gibberish. Robbie,
If I had, what was the question again? If I had the ability to have it, what would I fill?
if you had the ability to fill things.
What would I fill?
Yeah.
I know what I'd fill. I'd fill the holes that have rotted away in every GC going so that they no longer have the brain rot and spout their nonsense.
I don't think you would be able to fill that up.
But that wasn't the premise of the
Come
question,
back
as to whether
to
it
me,
was
Dave.
possible
Come
or
back to me,
viable.
Dave.
It's one of those things that I would love to do, to just stop the GCs in their tracks by getting rid of all the brain rot that's occurred. If you can fill up the brain rot and then fill up their heads with, tolerance and openness and, love and happiness as opposed to the anger and hate and fear that they have, then the world would be a better place.
Sorry we're boring you, God. Jesus fucking Christ. He
Liquid
says
Viagra for
these
fun.
answers are boring as fuck. What about filling these water bottles with liquid Viagra for fun? So
Sorry, filling orifices instantly with cum is not satisfying to you. You want the Viagra? Like, fuck you,
It's
God.
God,
This is why nobody likes God.
I think
You see-
I've got another answer actually. Just thinking about it, I'm thinking that
Better pass God's test, Better pass God's test.
I was thinking that submarine that Phoebe was on about earlier at the bottom of the Marianas Trench with Tory MPs.
No, and Republicans. Tory MPs and Republicans.
I want to explore the Marianas Trench, though. Not with either of
I'm
those.
going to get so much hate for that last comment. I'm going to get so much hate.
Not here.
No, you're not. Not from this crowd. No.
The power only goes one way, Dave. You can't unfill things.
No, but I'm sure there's a way you could phrase it.
So that it
Well,
like, so if I
to carry
filled
on
something
what
with
if you
such and such,
consume
and then I
what's
tried to fill
being
it
filled
with
in those orifices?
so then I fill it with air after I'm finished, would remove it again, so to speak.
Yes.
And then I'd fill in the Grand Canyon just to wind people up.
The creationists would love you. See, it was filled in a day. That's proving it was made in a day.
Yeah.
Yuhan says, I'd fill shoes with cement, Mafia style. God says, let's fill Dave's exercise ball with air. What do you imagine that it's filled with?
Arden's answer. I was thought Arden's
Nice.
answer.
It would bounce very differently.
I'm now cringing as much as Arden.
Oh,
The
Dave,
explosion would be impressive, though.
How many
would
questions,
probably-
just out of curiosity, how many questions have we got through so far in 43 minutes? 3?
Yeah,
4,
Okay.
3.
So here's the thing, though. I'd fill up a waterbed with what Arden would fill every orifice with. So I'd fill every waterbed up with cum.
Oh, God.
That's bound to go off.
Dave, gotta give us your answer so we can get to the next question.
Yeah, please.
stop making me say Dave.
I'm going to go nice and go stomachs.
What are you gonna?
With what?
With what? With what?
Blood, air, cement? What?
You're just gonna say come to?
I'm going with that.
Dave's answer. Yeah.
Who is Butch Thundercock? Hello. Yeah, everything's not working at the moment. My computer died. This is the backup. Right, next question.
You know, if we had that server running, Dave, you'd be able to just load it up on that.
I know.
Yeah, that's another project that's never
It
finished.
is. It's...
Although that does involve a wee bit of illegality, so there's a reason behind it. Moving on.
No.
We need to move on with the questions, not go back to previous ones, or else we'll never finish.
No. Right. Question 1528. Given the conspiracy theory that transhumanism is the end goal of the trans movement, what enhancements are you most looking forward to?
Fuck, Dave.
Extendable arms.
What? How long?
Probably the length of half my living room, so I don't have to get up sometimes. That would be great.
You eradicate remote controls then. We go back to TVs that don't have remote controls.
Oh, no. It still takes more energy to fucking stretch across the room and knock the child over and push the dog out of the way to get to the TV than it does to reach the 3 inches to lift the remote.
I would
And in
say,
saying that, who the fuck watches TV anymore?
I'd say better 5G reception than I got from the vaccine.
I can't get my
5G
5G
reception.
injection.
Yeah.
I fucking
What?
tried twice.
Go to Ireland.
Pardon?
Go to
many,
Ireland.
there's so many things. Wait, I would wanna like Terminator style like liquid metal shit, you know? That way you can just be like,
You change
oh,
your
well, I
form
want
of
like
will.
triple D tits today. No problem. We can go back to being normal tomorrow. Like get all like muscular and tall for one day, and then yeah, you know, you're just gonna just change everything up. Exactly what what's her name? The fucking top lady peddling that bullshit.
Jennifer Billick.
Yes, Billick, whatever.
You get the old
When
like.
I first wrote this question, I was so tempted because I couldn't remember who exactly she
yeah.
was trying to blame for it all, and I was going
George
to.
Soros and somebody else whose name I cannot remember.
Well, this was it, and I didn't know whether to.
Maureen Rothblatt.
I was going to say that I dread to think the the T1000 sort of sword arm things that he makes that will come out.
Yeah.
But generally will come out around turfs, I'd imagine.
No. See, I don't think Arden would use that. I think it'd come out a different shape.
Yeah, I was thinking Arden's would be a completely different shape and about 6 foot long.
That's fine. Whatever it takes.
Manda.
Downloading information. Being able to just do that. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's a Joss Whedon show called Dollhouse, and that was one of the things. They were the dolls were people that they'd wipe their memories and then they'd like download, the character into it, and they would go off and be basically a sex toy to somebody. But the technology advanced to be able to just like take this information and download it directly into your brain, so you could like, speak Italian right away or be able to, I don't know, do whatever. It's cool.
To
So
steal
I
a
was
line
totally
from The Matrix, I know Kung Fu now.
yeah, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm looking forward to immortality so that I can see the end of the world.
Why?
Because, it is the transhumanist immortality cult, so I'm looking forward to the immortality.
You don't
But
need
then-
immortality. We're going to be dead as a species in 30 years.
But with the immortality, I'd like that to just replace the parts that are getting old and then just go, oh, new parts now, young again.
Silent Adult says, just plug me into the Matrix, but not a boring unlikely film. Let me play all video games in first person like Matrix style, but put my brain in that. Fair enough. Yeah, dude, there is a yeah. Sarah says, ability to listen to music with my microchip. You've already got a microchip.
And there is a guy in the 80s actually put a microchip in his head so he could pick up radio waves and actually control things with his mind in the 80s. So,
one of the professors at my university was trying that for wheelchair users, so that you could control the wheelchair with like your thoughts, so you could like carry things on the wheelchair instead of using your hands to maneuver the wheelchair. And he was a bit of a lunatic.
Stephen Hawking never changed. You know his voice? Do you know that every time he upgraded his chair, he actually kept the original voice box that he made, and it caused so many problems with people to integrate that voice into it. But he actually kept, that's not a recreation or a computer generated one. That is his voice from the get-go when he started using it. The same audio equipment right to the fucking end.
No, it wasn't. But
fucking was.
They switched it over, but the point is that switching it over to different equipment was hell because it did not want to make the
same noise.
Voice.
Yeah,
and he refused to. It had to be the same.
It had to be the same.
God says, I'm most looking forward to Jaws 5, where Jaws spends all his time telling people about how it wants to be a penguin and not be judged. Nice.
Okay.
This is the point of what transhumanism is. First, it's
so Jaws is going to become another animal? Isn't that transspeciesism?
Yeah. Dog says the ability to change into Baby Yoda so women would snuggle me. I'm thinking I really want this the silver skin. The ability to just transform on will. I think that'd be doable.
Would it be X-Men style or would it be Terminator style, where some of the
style.
X-Men can,
Well,
do stuff
technically,
differently?
Terminator Genesis at the very end was a mesh of technology and organic materials. So if you were considering a shapeshifter from X-Men being organic, and the very last Terminator Genesis, it was pretty much half organic as well.
It's how about like the ability to be able to transform Terminator Genesis into a good movie?
Yeah, I know it was a fucking awful movie, but the point still
transform
stands.
the Disney Star Wars into good movies.
The point still stands.
There are limits to what's possible here.
I was so fucking excited for it because it was all, this is the sequel it should be, and blah, 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 blah. No, fuck off, it wasn't great.
I didn't mind Dark Fate. I could tolerate that one, but that Genesis was awful.
Just
fair enough.
Nothing would beat Terminator 2. Nothing. It's just...
No.
Sandy says, I'd be happy if all the parts I had now still worked. Stand by that. Theo says, ability to download all knowledge. That's going to be a game changer. And then what stupid people are going to do?
The trouble is, they will still only download bollocks.
You see, I think, again, mentioning the best...
They will only download the conspiracy that they're peddling.
Mentioning the best sci-fi show ever, Stargate SG-1, they actually did cover this, Dave, if you remember with your bad memory, and they called it the Link. It was a thing, it was like a wee L shape that they put on the side of their head, and they had... Nobody learned. Everybody stopped actually learning, because any information they wanted, and they stopped remembering, because any information that they wanted, they could just take instantly from it.
Yeah, but I think we're going to end up having that.
Pardon?
Our memories, we're going to end up having that, because our memories are shit.
But the whole point of it is now, it was used nefariously by a computer system to mask what was happening going around. And, small changes were made over time. Every time they remembered something, it was slightly changed, and they didn't remember the original.
No.
But did they also stop forgetting as well as stop remembering?
At the very end, the guy actually forgot. The computer system wiped his entire memory of his wife. All of his memories was there for the last 20, 30 years of his life or whatever it was. But the last 15 of his wife, completely gone. He doesn't even remember her being there. And she was dead. She died. And he doesn't even remember.
Yes, that's the worst thing. Is it's one of those things that I get with an awful lot of the God claims, that the fact that they think we're perfect and our brains are so fucked. There is nothing perfect about our brains. They are hung together.
Per dog, Andromeda. I actually have a small it's that bad. It's good. I really like it with Andromeda, and Kevin Sorbo aside,
I was quite proud of the little response I gave to him on Twitter earlier. Actually, what was it he tweeted out? Just let me refresh my memory here.
Fuck, it was like, let's stop telling people
said,
to fucking drink and smoke and not touch
Oh
kids
yeah,
and
he
just
said.
wear
He said.
masks.
Here's what he says. So when's the media going to tell the people to not smoke cigarettes, drink excessive amounts of alcohol, eat fast food, or touch little kids? Or we just sticking to masks? And I said, my response is, we've been doing all that for about 25 years now. You remember it. It started about the same time you were last on TV. I was quite proud of that little jibe at him.
Right, next question. A personal question. Question 1529. Would you ever unfollow someone for not wanting to emigrate to your country? Why?
What? That's fucking
No,
petty and
I would
stupid.
unfollow people that wanted to emigrate to my country. If you want to come here, there is something pathologically wrong with you. You want to emigrate to Turf Island. You have issues.
You see, Dave, you've got a panel of Brits and Americans here. What do you think the answer's going to be?
Somebody unfollowed me because I said I wouldn't want to emigrate to America.
Seriously?
Good for them. Good for you.
I didn't give a reason. It was just I just said no.
Americans are stupid, okay? They have this huge boner for America, and it's weird. It's not you. It's fucking the cult of how fucking awesome America is.
It's like the whole, hey, anyone who's not an American wants to be an American. That sort of nod, yeah.
How could you possibly not? It's so good here.
It's because, like, if you're, like, a straight dude,
yeah,
it probably is pretty dope, right? Like,
if you're a straight white dude with money and look like an alien, you can run companies that send you into space.
Are you saying I look like an alien?
You say you've got enough money to send people into space?
There's
no.
Yeah, there's the one thing that ever puts me off of moving to America. Very simple: pre-existing medical condition. Good luck getting fucking insurance.
To Canada, Australia, America.
Yeah.
Oh, it's screwed. Right, next question.
Easy one.
That was an easy one. It was one that was nagging me. I wrote it the day after it happened. Question 1530. If nipples had a standardized flavor, what flavor would you prefer?
Strawberry cheesecake. I never get sick of strawberry cheesecake.
You know, I've been trying really hard to be vegan, so I would love it if nipples tasted like a fried chicken
Dirty
burger.
fuck off burger.
Just something really meaty that you like.
It would make it so much easier. Yeah.
Doorknobhead says nipple flavor. What is nipple flavor? And then red licorice. Silent Adel says the flavor of disappointment. Oh, that's terrible. Nelly says Dave's yoga ball flavored nipples. It tastes very latexy. Doorknobhead says spaghetti sauce.
Oh.
Brainbug says my nipples already taste like strawberry cheesecake.
Oh,
I want to taste
Brian.
I'd want to taste. You know when you've done something really special, you get that wonderful feeling and that wonderful taste going to you. I'd want nipples to taste of success.
You're obsessed with success.
Of course I'm obsessed with success. I've got an ego the size of Jupiter.
Never noticed.
I think quite a lot of people, especially young people, I'm going to go with 16 to 18, nipples taste very successful.
Yeah, especially for a lot of young boys.
Manda.
The question is, do the nipples have to have the same flavour, or can they one have one flavour and one have another flavour? Can they be independently flavoured?
Yes, they can be independently flavoured.
Oh, well then mint chocolate chip ice cream. Mint chocolate chip ice cream.
You have one flavour with success and one flavour with failure, so that you never forget what failure is like.
I think you would end up with one being overly sucked.
See, that makes my answer even better because my answer could be Marmite, but on one side you'd love it, and on the other side you'd hate it.
No, just hate it. Full stop.
It could be worse. It could be Marmite and mayonnaise, and then all hell would break loose.
I was so tempted to put a mayo question in.
Then why didn't you?
Because I couldn't
show
that was funny enough.
Yeah. One nipple mint chocolate chip ice cream, the other nipple strawberry cheesecake. I'm landing.
One nipple success, one nipple failure.
Jeff?
Jeff?
I'm going to ask Jeff what his answer was. Cause
I think I just answered, didn't I?
Oh, sorry, I was playing Dave. Yeah, I forgot.
Dornoped says #victory nipples. Theo says nipples should stay neutral so you can flavour them with anything. Well, you can still flavour them.
Oh, peanut butter and chocolate. Yes. Oh my god, I love that combo.
Cheese and marmalade. Cheese and marmalade. Oh, that's a good.
You
Cheese and marmalade works very well as well.
Dave,
You
kick
put Dave off
Phoebe.
by saying
Kick
cheese.
Phoebe. Kick Phoebe. Dave, kick Phoebe.
God says, I want my nipples to taste of dog shit. I'm not into people touching my nipples, but I quite like Mary's to taste of Bailey's.
Amanda looking, what on earth are people talking about? Amanda going, what is...
Actually, that's not a bad shout by Tusk, actually. Lamb your Frazee.
Yeah. Donald Pett says cheese and marmalade.
Here's the question: is if you stimulate the nipples enough with the flavors, do they discharge substances with the flavors?
I was waiting for somebody to say, do the nipples leak the flavour or something to that point?
No, they don't.
Then it's not worth it. It's just not worth it then.
It's like a scratch and sniff.
Some kind of
The
Phoebe,
nipples are the reward in
it's
their
like a
own right.
It's
They
like a
don't
scratch
really-
and sniff, only you lick and taste. All right, you don't have
It's like, it
to.
reminds me of in the 90s, they used to do smell-o-vision, where you'd go to the supermarket and get these booklets, and you'd scratch and then you'd sniff when the TV show showed you, and it was such a disappointment, because you never actually got anything lasting. Whereas if you got some discharge from it that you could then, save for later, without having to have the nipple there, it would be so much better.
Discharge is a horrible word, but I want to hear Amanda's answer.
Amanda.
Moisten your discharge. Chocolate milkshakes. I just think I really want a chocolate milkshake right now. So
What flavor of chocolate though are we going for? Are we going for like a really rich dark chocolate, or like a white chocolate
slightly
milk
dark, not like somewhere between like milk chocolate with a little bit of dark. Yeah.
So not white chocolate with mashed potato flavour then.
Shut the. Okay, seriously.
Next!
Until you just try that shit. I don't want to fucking hear it from you. I do not. So, fuck all the way off.
Yeah, she's right. She just, yeah. See, she's agreeing with me. Strawberry cheesecake. Yep. See,
Rainbow says dark chocolate and cherry.
that's 3 votes for strawberry cheesecake.
Now here's a question: would Scaramanga, who had the third nipple, have one with a third taste as well?
Yes.
But unfortunately he's not here to answer the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are you trying to tell us something?
No.
Bodger and Bodger. Right, moving on.
Next.
Right, next question.
Did you answer, Dave?
No.
Then answer.
We had to holding Dave to account.
I'm gonna go with white chocolate, probably. Possibly, maybe. Actually, I'm very tempted to go with tea on the other one.
Tea? Oh my
So
god.
here's the
what
question though: what kind of tea would you go? Would it be an oolong, a white tea, a black tea, a rooibos tea? What kind of tea would it be? You can't just say tea.
It would be quite a nice white, I think. What my issue would be is it's got to be sugared as well. So.
God damn it, dog.
Well. If you see this, you're getting 2 flavours. You see, tea on one side and milk on the other probably isn't going to be a problem.
Right, where's the sugar coming from?
That's okay. No, I won't go there.
You'll just have to have a jug of milk on the bed nightstand, so you can take a swig and then hit each nip and then You're good.
This comes back to Arden's one earlier. So you just have Arden's orifice fillers and the tea being discharged from the nipples.
Yeah.
Sandy says, anyone vote for milk and honey? No.
No.
Honey is much better for us. Right. Next question. I forgot. I've lost the question we're on.
4. Question like fucking 4.
Way past 4.
No, I think it's
This
5.
is question 6.
It's done a 5 or
This
6.
is
It's
question
question
7
8.
now.
Does it fucking matter? It doesn't fucking matter.
Next question.
Amanda is the voice of reason. Amanda is the voice of reason.
Question.
Damn.
Question. 1531. Which conspiracy theory do you think has done the most harm?
Anti-vax.
Right now,
Anti-vax.
yeah,
That's no
anti-vax.
two ways about that.
Yeah, right now, anti-vax.
The anti-vax movement. No
in
chance.
history. You don't think there's a conspiracy theory?
No, the anti-vax movement. Full stop.
Well, in history, okay, the only thing that I could say would be even on a level with that historically would be the protocols of the learned elders of Zion.
Yep.
What the hell are they?
Yeah, exactly what Jeff said. Yep, that's definitely. I have no fucking clue.
I'm just going to agree with him here because it sounds cool.
No, no.
It's pretty much inspired every goddamn anti-Semite neo-Nazi type pretty much since it was published, and it was a
Do you
bloody.
think do you think that's going to kill more people than anti-vax?
Wait. Does eugenics count as a conspiracy?
I'm gonna say
Eugenics is a conspiracy theory, but only when it comes to humans, because we still practice eugenics on pedigree dogs and pedigree cats. So is it really a conspiracy theory when we're still doing it to animals?
It's only a conspiracy if someone's trying to do it.
Sorry,
Really?
I cut off you, Jeff. You can finish your.
I was going to say, maybe, with long term, we haven't really done a calculation on anti-vax yet, how much it's caused, but I think we can safely say that, sort of like, that the protocols might be in the lead, really, if you're going to. Depending on how much it's like,
as mainstream as it is, though now, like we're all on the internet, and we all, the whole fucking flat Earth shit and all that. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that we would interact with that aren't mainstream, that'll in the real world, so to speak, that everybody, the media and all. It's come to the point now where I'm like watching a news stream. I think it was like Sky News, and they had to point out in making reference to the whole fact that America's now reinvestigating could it be man-made in Wuhan fucking lab and all. The evidence doesn't show it. We don't believe it. They have to get to the point now where they have to make a statement before they actually show the news. It is mainstream now. The anti-vax is very mainstream now.
So, Nerdy said something about the climate change hoax, and yes, but not yet. It hasn't done enough damage yet, but it will in the future if it continues.
Right.
Well, here's a controversial one: communism.
Where's the conspiracy there?
Where's the conspiracy theory?
That communism can work.
Only in so much as
That's
capitalism
not a
can work.
conspiracy. That's not a conspiracy theory, though.
But people believe it could work, and people believe it can't work. So, well.
Yeah, that's not. To me, that doesn't really count as a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I was thinking more
trickle
like
down economics is more of a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
There you go.
Democracy is more of a conspiracy theory.
Now, if you want something that is a conspiracy theory, that a lot of right wingers believe, cultural Marxism, because that is absolute bollocks.
QAnon.
Like QAnon's bad, but I feel like with some of these questions, it's more like your opinion than like. But I feel like this question was like, what, like to your knowledge, what conspiracy theory did the most damage? I'm like, that's more of an objective question.
The questions are phrased in a way because you have to define harm, what you think is as harm.
I mean, right now in the world, anti-vax is the one that is the problem. I mean, like the immediate problem.
I mean, okay, I've got a suggestion that said that it might not. Okay, how
Okay.
about the condoms and AIDS one?
It's not 1980s anymore.
Condoms and AIDS.
Catholic Church is still
There was a
preaching.
conspiracy theory going round that if
Yeah,
you
but-
used a condom, you could still transmit AIDS.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
It's why
I mean,
AIDS
really-
is so
I
prevalent
don't
in
know.
Africa.
Someone shouts to me AIDS and conspiracy in the same sentence. I just think 80s.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah.
True.
But that's still going on in Africa. And right now, and it's the same people, the same fucking preachers that are spreading that one are the anti-vaxxers in Africa.
Mm.
I mean, even when
Yeah,
we
that
fix
makes
this in the
sense.
West,
You-
Africa is fucked because they're coming from the pulpits.
Well, you mentioned Africa and unfounded conspiracy theories doing a lot of damage. Jacob Zuma once said, "I did not have any chance of contracting HIV from the prostitutes because I took a hot shower afterwards."
yeah. I mean, like, if this was a conversation about like which conspiracy theories are like the pet ones that I hate. Obviously, I run a show on trans rights, so like
Really?
gender critical. But like,
GC and turfism.
yeah,
The
but
problem
like,
is that
if there's actually like demonstrable harm, like I guess anti-vax,
Yes.
but I don't actually know
Well, like-
data. Like,
But GC
I-
has demonstrable harm, though. I mean, they
Well,
predict
but
their anti-trans
but it's the most demonstrable harm.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's,
The problem
do I
is
think
it's a subset
gender
of a
critical is
subset.
causing a lot of harm in like a really terrible way that like ruins people's lives? Like, absolutely, of course.
I
But
want
that
to
is
actually
very
ask you.
specific, you know.
What's
Being
your hero?
realistic
What's-
about it. Being realistic, anti-vax affects everybody. You know, the attack
Well,
on trans people is mainly an
yeah.
attack on trans people.
But
Sure.
no, it's not though. Again, it's the same
No,
thing. If you
no.
look at the stats when the gender critical, the people the fucking bathroom stuff. The people that are most likely to get fucking attacked in a bathroom aren't trans people.
There's this
They're
people.
fucking women.
That's true. That's 100%
There you go.
true.
Went to the
But-
People's Park on Sunday.
It's the biggest lie perpetrated by the whole gender critical movement that trans people are bathroom predators, when in fact it just doesn't happen.
Went to
I would
the
still
doesn't
assume that anti-vax is probably affecting the most people like on a quantifiable level, but I agree that like gender critical anti-trans stuff does impact cis people, probably just based on how there are so much more cis people statistically than
Right.
trans people, probably impacts them more.
Well, that whole
See,
I-
when
I'd
it
be
comes
getting
to the
a
whole
little
like Phoebe, you seen the tweet I made earlier about the daughter and whole, you know, any girl can do anything, any boy can do, doesn't matter, you know. 'Cause she literally said to me, "Oh, that climbing frame's too big for little girls," and I was like, "You can fucking climb that, nothing bother." When we were going to the toilet just before we left, there's boys' toilets and there was girls' toilets, and she
Oh,
needed
there's
to-
an awful lot of just gender stuff.
Right, well,
that
we
you-
needed to go to the
you
toilet,
could-
you know, she needed to go to the bathroom, and we were walking up towards it, and I said, you know, just me being, you know, I was like, right, you can come on into the boys' toilets with me, because I'm the man and I'm in charge, and didn't want to be walking into a woman's bathroom, and she was like, I can't go into the boys' toilets, and I was like, well, why can you not? It doesn't matter. And then when we got there, the boys was busy, and then she was like, well, you can't go into the girls, and I was like, you need to go to the bathroom, I'm taking you into the toilet, it's just a toilet. Now, it's
Yeah.
only one cubicle. It's just out in a park, you know.
Well,
It's
precisely.
nothing. But it was making that point to her that it was like, you need a piss. It doesn't fucking matter.
It's so sad. Your daughter's so young, and
The
she
most
still
upset-
is so impacted by like the notion of like these
went-
restrictions.
You see, it was.
like,
It was. She was calling everybody a him and a he, regardless of what it was. It was just whatever she'd picked up. It was him and he and this, that, and the other. And then she started. And then she did notice the difference, and now it's become very prevalent to her, if you understand what I mean. Like everybody she sees
Yeah.
like that, she makes a point of it, and then it's become more prevalent and more sort of. I wouldn't like to say mainstream's a bad choice of words, but you know, it's in the front of her mind now at the minute, right? These are boys and these are girls, because she's trying to figure stuff out and all. And it's like, at the same time, there is that, but it doesn't matter. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, I've said
just
it
in
before.
terms of cognitive development, that makes sense because your daughter's what, around like 4 or 5 or
Four.
something like
She
that.
just
4?
turned 4.
Yeah, so she's having she's getting a really strong sense of like differentiation between like her experience as an individual and the fact that other people are individuals. So it makes sense that she's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm part of one of 2, like obviously there are more than 2, but like according to mainstream society, I'm part of like one of
Well,
two
from a
groups.
4-year-old's
Like, oh my
point of view,
God.
when they're out and they're looking about, yes, it is very binary from a 4-year-old's point of view. They're not going to get into the nuances and stuff like that there. But
He's
I've
one of
said
the most-
before, at Christmas and her birthdays, she gets a boy's toy, a girl's toy, and an intellectual toy. That's the 3 toys that I would get her for fucking Christmas or her birthdays or anything like that. There's a grouping of girls, there's a grouping of boys, and then there's like a telescope or a science thing or something like that. That's, you know, you can have a fucking choice. Just be happy. She plays with tractors as
that.
much as she plays with dolls.
But here's one of the most absurd things on the toilet debate. I was at a festival once and they had gendered portaloos. Single, standalone portaloos that were gendered. That were labelled as male and female. It's a portaloo for crying out loud.
Yeah.
The world's gone round the bend.
Way off topic now, but
We have. Let me skim the chat quickly and then.
That's
get to the
my
next
fault.
question.
Do apologise. Sorry, proud
no,
daddy.
it's
Proud
it's
daddy.
a good. It's a good. Let's bring up
uh,
though.
I love my daughter. Go fuck yourself.
QAnon is a bad conspiracy theory mashup. Harmonica Man says you can dig yourself out of poverty. Bad idea. Nerdy says Soviet submarine Kate 129 conspiracy. I don't remember that.
I'm not even familiar with that one, but
Spooky says the biggest conspiracy is that people still think this is a quiz. They decided to call it a quiz. Don't blame me.
Spooky.
sorry,
was it Spooky
who's
that said that?
they?
Who said
Who's
that?
they here?
Who
I
actually
never
said
fucking
that? Who said that?
Spooky Ben here.
Yeah, of course it was Spooky. I
Because
didn't
he
hear
wants
you.
a
I
quiz.
called it a game show, not a quiz.
Yeah,
I was
no,
quite
no.
clear calling it a game
I
show.
think Spooky was on the very first show ever, realised it wasn't an actual quiz, and has give off fucking stink since episode 1.
He has.
Yeah.
But Ellsbury has come back.
Well,
But
he's
he's
back.
worked out how to play. He's worked out how to play and he cheats. He's come up with the most ludicrous, unreasonable answer you possibly can.
Yeah, you shouted at me for doing that too. I sort of stole that from Spooky, but
Yeah, well, it's Dave. It's a lot of your bloody trolley problem questions. When we come up with a third alternative, you get pissy.
You're not allowed dead alternatives to those ones.
there's been
Right.
there's been a couple of questions, Jeff, that have been that anally retentively written specifically just to stop me from fucking a type of answer.
Yes. Right. Question. I'm echoing. Question 1532. How many bloodlusted ducks would it take to kill an adult rhino?
64.
A white rhino or a black rhino?
Black.
64.
Why 64?
I'm glad you said black rhinos because white rhinos have allegedly, it's not been confirmed, died out now.
64.
Well, that's because they came up against all those fucking ducks. Sorry. That's a cruel joke.
The ducks are to blame.
I would say 64 ducks, but one fucking goose.
One goose.
One goose. You see, those fuckers are evil.
Met the friendliest.
Well, I
friends
think
in
one
life.
duck v one rhino would be a fair fight. I think that would be a fair fight. Because ducks are really quite aggressive.
No,
And,
ducks are gentle.
and all the duck really do would be
Swans.
land on the back of the rhino, and then the rhino is,
2 swans would wipe out a rhino. They're fucking wicked bastards with them necks. Fucking.
a turkey would stand no chance because a turkey is by definition just a stupid bird.
That's why he didn't
turkey
include it in the
stand no
question.
chance.
That's why a turkey wasn't in the question, Phoebe. Sorry,
I gotta
just-
go to
just
the bathroom,
trolling
but
you.
I'm gonna
just
say
trolling you.
200.
200.
No,
200.
Just so you can imagine 200 ducks swarming a rhino.
64.
Now the question is:
64.
are we talking mallards? Are we talking drakes here? What species are we talking like your standard British lake duck, or are we talking
It's a-
like your Canadian
I would
duck
say,
here?
regardless of the actual species, if it what was the description you give of it, Dave?
Aylesbury duck.
Bloodlusted.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think.
Well,
it
then
would-
it's about then it's probably about one. Just one bloodlusted duck would do it.
One bloodlusted duck.
I don't think the
Yeah,
species would
That's
matter.
an aggressive duck. I mean, we did have another question with similar thing with
You don't-
chickens.
Oh,
We've
Dog's
turned-
made a very
Chicken.
good point. Dog made a very
One-
good point. Daffy Duck bloodlusted with a hammer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sorry, a comedy mallet. But yeah,
Yeah.
Acme for the win.
that's
God says, in all honesty, a duck could kill a mouse. They are fucking useless. And Theo says, no number of ducks could kill a rhino. So I definitely think
Right.
at least, well, I think one could do it by choking it.
It's very simple.
Oh, yeah.
it's
You don't-
64.
you
That's my
don't-
answer last time, Dave. You fucking
Well,
stole
that was what I was
shit.
trying to say, that we had that answer last time.
Yeah, so you can't
It's-
use
the,
that.
the simple answer is you don't fuck with the duck.
Fuck with the duck.
That's
And you don't fuck a duck either. Just don't do that either.
It's 60
never a
ducks,
duck.
right? It's 64 ducks. 60 ducks to
It's
do a
one.
flash dance in front of the rhino so he doesn't see the other 4 ducks coming behind him with fucking knives
How's a duck carry a knife?
in his mouth.
Daffy
It's
Duck
a
carried a
big deal.
hammer. So therefore, you know, the realms of possibilities are endless.
I love the way Dave asks, how does it 4 ducks carry a knife? Not how does 60 ducks do a flash dance? Flash dance totally plausible.
It is a flash mob all of a sudden.
Oh, flash mob. There you are. Flash mob. That was the proper terminology for it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, flash dance sounds like a whole other thing. Which
Flash
also
dance is a
begs the
movie.
question, how does the
Flash
duck
dance-
do a flash dance?
The
Flash
water.
Dance is a movie for those that are uninitiated.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Stupid movie.
Musical
what the, like,
theatre. It is very good
Average
musical theatre,
age
Flash
of our
Dance.
viewership is. I'm kind of wondering now. So it's like 50.
I've been told the best musical is Hamilton, but I don't know
Oh, it's
But how does Hamilton relate to ducks killing a rhino?
because you said musical. And
ducks distracted the rhino.
yeah, there's
Well, the
60
performance of
flash
Hamilton.
60 ducks in a flash mob dance and
How
4
is it?
with knives in their beaks sneaking up behind
Yeah,
them.
apparently it's,
Ducks doing a flash mob production of Hamilton,
Yep,
and then the 4 behind with the knives.
yep.
see if the rhino's like me, it will be fucked because the rhino will be watching it saying, "This shit is not historically accurate."
And then he gets stabbed. And then he gets stabbed. That's
Yeah.
It would die of shock.
64.
Right.
64.
Should we do the last question?
It's cool, Dave. I'm not here. You've skipped me like 3 times tonight.
You've
Like,
spoken.
seriously.
You keep muting an icon.
What? Go on then. How many bloodlusted ducks?
700. I say
Why
700.
700?
That's far
Because
too
it's
many.
gonna have to be a lot. They're gonna have to, immortalize it. Lots of fucking emotion. You don't understand.
Another word.
A rhino. I don't care how vicious ducks can be. They're this big with. I'm going with 700.
To me, I just think that's fucking overkill. You hate rhinos.
Yeah.
No, okay, ducks don't have like a kill instinct. Ducks are vicious, but their only goal is to get you the fuck away from
Yeah,
their baby.
exactly. They're not built to like kill something. They really are.
And I think the question has been worded.
So it's
I think the
actually not
question's been worded that
700
these ducks
ducks.
have been
It's,
conditioned to kill.
it's
They're
600 ducks.
bloodlusted ducks. So there's some form of conditioning that's gone on with these ducks so that they don't just want you to get away. They want to kill you, potentially eat this rhino because, it's a good source of food.
They're
So it's
still
not 700
equipped to
ducks.
do it.
It's 600 ducks and 100 ducklings.
Okay.
Let's send the ducklings in first. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh,
they're
yes, send the
cannon fodder.
ducklings in first.
They're cannon fodder.
You sent the ducklings in.
I was meaning the ducklings were there. That's why the mothers are angry.
The ducklings are cannon fodder, and
So now we have this image of a rhino that is pissed off because there are ducks fucking with it, stomping.
Trampling, not
Ducklings.
stomping. Stomping means he's standing
stomping on
there.
ducklings.
There's
yeah.
100, there's 700 of them. He's fucking stampeding through them, Dave.
What was
Bits of
that?
duck flying everywhere.
What?
What was the bright orange thing?
I'm on the floor, so the dog keeps bringing me her ball to throw her.
I thought it was chocolate orange.
Aw.
No, here. It's a little tiny. Like she stole this from my parents' dog. My parents have a tiny dog, but Leia's not tiny. Here, Leia's not tiny. She's a big dog, but she likes the little tiny
She's a
ball.
little
So
dog.
Oh, baby.
Not a catching it.
Doggy woggy.
Did you
Right.
answer, Dave? How many?
No, I've got absolutely no clue how you would answer such a ludicrous question.
What the fuck did you
you.
What a cop out.
I'm going to go with 1, choking it to death.
Yeah, that's
Stealing my answer. No
stole that
originality there
from
at
me.
all.
all that shit for me, Dave. Copycat.
Right. Last question. I've lost it. Okay. Question.
Yeah, you have
1,000
lost it a long time ago, Dave.
Yeah, I know.
You invited us on. You was lost before it even started.
I'm disappointed at the question I've had to cut to get to here. Right.
You had to cut a question, then just put
Oh,
it back
That's
in.
why he didn't refer to it as the penultimate question, because he looked at the time and forgot, because it was the third last,
Yeah,
not the
thanks,
second last.
Dave.
I normally write about 20 questions. And we normally do about
We
10.
we have never gotten anywhere fucking near 20
7.
questions. Dave.
I would guess that
7 is the average. 7 is the average.
Yeah.
No, like 5.
I was going to say 7's the most we've ever got at a push.
Yeah.
No, we've done 15 in a day.
Oh, fuck off.
Especially if it's
Fuck
good
you,
questions.
you motherfucking
have
liar.
done that,
You
though.
liar. No fucking way we've done 15 questions unless we went for like 3 hours someday.
We've done that.
All right, well,
We've
that's
done-
possibly
we've done,
why.
yeah.
Right, go on. Last fucking question, Dave. Go on.
Yeah.
Right. They're now complaining that the first 20 minutes don't count. Right. Question 1533. Would you rather have genitals that growled when you were horny, or to replace your big toes with noses?
Well, that's, I think, everybody before. Yeah.
Growling genitals.
Growling.
No.
saves you a
Growling
lot of
genitals,
hassle.
and that's that. But the question is, how do growling genitals work with SRS? That's the real question. Do you retain the growl if you undergo SRS?
Yes.
Well, then growling genitals.
Let's be honest. If there's not going to be anyone who's not going to say growling
We're all
genitals.
gonna say-
I'd
Who
say.
the
It's got to be, it's audible. You're walking down the street, you see someone you like. "Grrr."
Yeah.
Let's say like
This is in there. It would just become commonplace because everyone would have it.
yeah.
Well, is it everyone or just you? No, that's what I was going to... It's just going to be an icebreaker. What was that?
I
Sorry,
was
that
going to go just you.
Yeah, it's an icebreaker. What was that? No, I don't believe you. Oh,
What was
watch.
that?
Rawr. See? It would impress them. It's a yeah.
Well, you know, it's just Taylor, you got a lion down there. Are you just happy to see me?
Yeah, there you go. That's Jeff's opening line.
You know, I genuinely don't know, because I feel like you could get around the nose issue. Like normally you'd be like, smelling the ground would suck, but like you could like have like special socks or some shit. But like growling genitals, that would I mean, I don't know about y'all's game, but I feel like that would not help.
Okay, can
My
I just
game.
interject? Okay.
I
Can
tell you
I?
this,
Can
it
I?
would be a
No,
very
please,
good
please, Phoebe,
OnlyFans
Phoebe. I
special.
know you love to talk over people because your ego was so big. But if you can hold on for 1 second, right? The lady who said that she wanted to be able to just touch people and fill them to the throat with cum says, right, that having genitals that growl is a bit much.
Look, you don't get around to filling people with cum by having growling genitals, okay? There's a little bit of like there's a little bit of foreplay that goes into that sort of thing.
I'm just making sure that growling genitals is a little too much for the lady
That's
that
an
wants to
Arden
go
red line there.
on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh no,
god.
it's nice to
It's
know
nice
where
to know
Arden's
where the
limit
limit
is. No, it's we found Arden's limit. We found
You
Arden's
found
limit.
that.
If you put a voice box on your genitals, Arden says no.
Yeah.
It would make
Right.
a very good OnlyBard special, though.
For sure.
For talks to
JD the Atheist says growling. Theo says, my God, what a horrible choice. Harmonica Man says growling genitals. JD the Atheist says, I don't want to smell the ground all the time. Dog says, my wife already has a growler. Starkey says, can they bark too or just growl? Not sure how that would work, but sure.
One
Theo
could,
says,
the other couldn't.
say again?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't. Theo says growling genitals. Tobin says extrasensory toe nose. I like flip flops anyway. Seraphim says growling genitals, that they would growl a lot though. Dog says toes with eyes, however, is the dream. You don't get toes with eyes?
What?
He's trying to change the question. Manda,
Toes.
toes? Seriously?
Yeah, well, come on, like seriously. Imagine you're on some stream with someone you find attractive. Hi, Arden. Just like
Would you be worried about the growling happening now?
yeah, kind of. So, like, no, thanks. I'm good. I'll go with toes. I don't give a fuck.
Jeff?
Oh, I've got to go with the growling thing. I've got to. I think I said that already.
And then you follow
Dave, now
that
you.
wouldn't actually say growling.
So the more I hear the arguments, though, the less that I stick with my original decision, and I'm now back on the fence. Good arguments been made on both sides, and I'm now, I'm
Seraphim
undecided
says
now.
embrace the queef. I'm going to
Shut
go
the
growling.
fuck up, Dave.
It's still supposed to be a fucking shirt.
It is? You buy that shirt.
You can buy that shirt.
Kaz objects to the fact that that was the first shirt I put out. The only shirt I put out.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm going to go growl.
Of course.
Say again?
Of course.
Of course. You have to pick.
Here, the real question is, right? Is it a wolf growl, a chihuahua growl, a tiger growl, a lion growl? What sort of growl are you?
I'd be like the MGM, like the lion at the beginning of the MGM films.
I was thinking more Jack Black.
See, that's more reason to go with the toes in my opinion.
Oh, fuck off, Arden. Fuck off. Dave, kick me. Kick me, Dave. I don't even want to be here no more.
Hearing those arguments, I'm now going to switch to the toes.
Fuck you too, Stevie. I'm
arguing.
regretting inviting Arden. I'm retracting.
You already
my
locked
invite.
it in.
I'm retracting my invite. You are not invited anymore, Arden. No.
I was like, wasn't that the last question?
That was.
What?
Time to retract my invite. I mean, okay, I guess.
Dave. No, Dave answered. Never mind. I'm gonna go back to smoking weed and taking a nap. Cool.
We all answer this now, then.
Right.
What?
I'm going to say. What?
I didn't hear Jeff.
I just said if we all answered now, then.
We have.
I think so.
So I was just going to go and say thank you to Arden.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun. Wacky, but it was fun.
To Amanda. To Phoebe.
This was an experience, shall we say.
To Jeff. And to Matthew,
You're welcome.
who saved me at the last minute.
And who just covered everything in an entire screen of black for all of 3 seconds, but we'll ignore that.
As long as they could still hear us, that's fine. Does anyone have anything to chill before we run away?
This Thursday, which is 2 days from now, I've got John Pugh coming on from Apocalypse Here. I've learned the fucking wife stats because I thought the wife was coming on. She's better educated than him. She's like New Testament scholar and all that. They're sort of crack. But they're Christians, so they're coming on Thursday. Monday coming, I have a cosmology philosophy PhD student coming on to talk cosmology and philosophy. He's coming on Monday. And then I think the Wednesday, I've got Inquisitor Bacon and his wife coming on to talk about their deconversion.
Awesome. I've got something booked for next week now, so I think it's a week Thursday. I'm gonna be having Jeff Scoop on my channel. who's a former white supremacist who obviously now speaks out against that sort of stuff. So he's been on Ed's channel before, so I'm looking forward to talking to him.
I've been on Ed's channel. I can recommend it.
That's great. Yep.
Like
Were you on
Ed.
Ed's channel, Phoebe?
I was on
Yeah.
Ed's channel. I used to be a white nationalist and a
I
Zionist
never-
and a far-right extremist.
Never knew you were on
I-
Ed's channel.
I-
Never knew you were on Ed's channel.
It's the pinned tweet at Phoebe J. Rose on Twitter.
Oh, that's right. That's the
Click
one
on
that you mentioned on my stream and my interview that you were on like 5 fucking times. Sorry, I forgot that for a second. Yeah, that's the good interview. Don't watch me and Phoebe. Watch Phoebe and Ed. Yeah, that's right.
Have
But
you
yes,
got anything coming up, Phoebe?
Saturday, 8 o'clock UK time, noon Pacific time,
3
2 Central. I am on Neil the 604 Atheist, and I am doing my deconversion story.
It'll be way better than our talk. Way better.
Amanda.
I have made sure that it doesn't clash with the transatlantic call-in show, so the after show will finish at 11 UK time, so that then people can clear off and watch Arden and Katie.
What's the transatlantic calling show?
Never heard of it.
You don't want to.
That's that couple. Do you know that couple?
It's that couple.
That couple, yeah.
Those, I'll tell you what, though, there's going to be, you know, that people will have watched this stream if you get super chats on that and it just says growl.
Oh God.
Or fill orifices. Just fill orifices.
Yeah.
Arden, other than the transatlantic calling show, do you have anything?
You can watch my Twitch, or you can check out my link tree on Twitter for other things that I'm careful not to mention for sake of getting a strike on someone's
That's
channel.
okay. The links will all be in the description when I finish it.
All the links, Dave.
Awesome.
Yes, all.
Good. You can put my link tree. I think that's safe. Or you can just link my Twitter, and people can go to my link tree. Definitely be careful though, because I've gotten secular sexuality a strike on their channel before. So. But yeah.
Hmm?
Do you have anything coming up?
I didn't know if you said my name or not. I mean, no, I'm just trying to deal with all of this right now. I did do a show last night. If you missed it, it was kind of fun with just me and Dark Matter chatting. I just wanted to laugh with a friend, so that was fun to do. Phoebe was there. She saw it, so. But yeah, no, I'm just dealing with all this, so I'm not really doing anything right now.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you very much to everyone in the chat for coming, and thank you for hanging in through the tech issues. And hopefully we will be back next week, I hope, with a working computer. We will see you soon. Bye.
Dave.
Yeah.
Well, see as I'm producing, and Brainbugs asked once or twice in the chat. New intro for my show. We might as well, it's loaded, so I'm going to do that. All right.
Okay.
It'll be the outro. So everybody, if you're watching, you can tell me what you think. Dave thinks it's too much. I think it's just fucking.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right.